Newcastle Fans TV. Hello everyone, welcome back to Newcastle Fans TV. So I was in the office today and I just looked around and thought, wait a minute, all the workmen are back around, all the car parks around the ground, thinking, hold a minute, it's going to go through. Because I originally thought, and I wanted to do this video, and I originally thought, you know, the postponement of the work going around COVID, because of COVID around the ground, I thought, yeah, that's a positive sign for the Toon fans, because at the end of the day, I'm one that I'm old school. I want to see the view of the stadium, and that's going to be taken away. And I understand it's going to bring revenue to the city. But I was walking around on my lunch today at work, and I just thought to myself, all the digger men and the workmen and the builders and all that are around St James's Park. I'm thinking, I didn't like this. So I took a walk around and I look at the bottom car park, St James's Metro car park, and I see, you know, lorries going in and, you know, tractors and what have you. And it's definitely going ahead. There's definitely going to be the high-rise buildings that are going up. And I'll come on to the 9-bar change very shortly. But yeah, it's something that we feel passionate and we have for on this channel for a couple of years, that, you know, a lot of us are old school, that it's the old, you know, you're walking up to St James's Park, you see it popping out the skyline, and whichever way you come from, whether you're coming from the Gateshead side or whether you're coming from the other side behind the Leazes, you just see this stadium, literally the cathedral on the hill, is that old saying. And unfortunately that's going to be, a lot of it's going to be restricted very soon when the buildings start coming up. And you look around St James's Park now and you look, you know, where the Tesco Express is and all the student buildings next to the Shark Bar have all gone up in recent years to getting higher and higher. You look at the Wellbar Central, which went up about 12 years ago. You look at now the stuff around the Strawberry. I think it's great business for the Strawberry. I'm sure they'll you know, be honest with that. But all them students' flats are going round, and it looks awful. It looks minging for me. I'm not. Let me know what you think, because for me, I just look at it and think, nah, I didn't enjoy it. And I know it's become a city full of students, Northumbria and Northumberland, and you've got to respect that. And a lot of cities have gone that way because it's welcoming students from all over the world nowadays, and it brings revenue. And obviously, the one in front of the car park, which is in front of Wellbar Central, again, there's a lot of digger men, and I don't know why I'm calling them digger men, but builders and what have you, that were in and out the day. And obviously that they're going to go high rise, that's going to be up, it's going to block the view. And I'm very much literally old school. I want to see St James's Park, and it's from a selfish point of view as a fan, I want to see that. And I know that there's going to be bars, and there's going to be lots of accommodation and hotel. I think there's a rumour going around, I might be wrong on that, and lots of student flats and what have you, going to go up around the ground. And it kind of opened up the question, is that, you know, Mike Ashley sold that land. That's why Newcastle fans are annoyed, and sold it to, what was his brother-in-law, or something like that, for like 9 million or something like that. And he done whatever he wanted with it, sold it on, and it asked the question, can Newcastle expand the stadium? I mean, Johnny did a video a couple of weeks ago, and really, if the high-rise are going up, it makes it even more difficult for Newcastle. And obviously, there's people talking that you can switch the pitch around. You can't block the road off because ambulances come in and out next to the RVI. So there's people saying that you can have a tunnel for the road to go underneath. That'll solve that problem, which will allow the Gallagher to come out. And then on the east stand, you've got the problem with expanding that because there's listed buildings. So me, Dad and Amanda have said that they want to expand the stadium, but all this going around doesn't help us one bit. And Newcastle aren't moving stadium. They've already come out and said that. So just seeing it all go around, I just didn't like it. It's just awful. It's just minging as a part of a football fan. And you look at on the positive side though, it brings money in for the city. But if you look at positive things that are happening around the ground itself, we know that the Shearer statue is going to be moved, which is great news. They've already said that. I asked Alan Shearer about that on the channel just after the takeover, and he said about that, you know, he's had small, brief conversations, and that was originally back then. He's probably had a lot more now. But the 9-bar is down. We've seen pictures across all over social media. There's a skip outside with rubbish, and I went past there a day on my lunch, and it's great that we're seeing that's getting turned back to Shearer's, which we all know when it was open, it was Shearer's. And you know, when he retired, and also there was that big massive what was it? It was like not a plaque, but it was like a big massive sign of Shearer with his hand in the air. That was up in the stadium for years. And It's great, you know, that there's redevelopment, getting a whole new redesign. Shearer's getting acknowledged. I'm sure Alan's going to be invited for a new unveiling, and maybe the time that with the statues change, hopefully, because, you know, we want the club to, and they have been doing very recently, bringing back legends of the game. We've seen people like Killer Kilcline, we've seen Warren Barton come back over from the States, we've seen people, even local lads, being welcomed back. So it's great to see, and there'll hopefully many more to come. So that's the real positive, that's coming back. And when the Shearer statue gets to come back, you know, it's going to be news amongst Toon fans. But the negative is obviously all the stuff that's going around, and it's going back, and it looks like it's happening, that all them high rises are coming. Because I originally thought that wouldn't happen because it was stuck in limbo with the COVID, and yeah. Unfortunately, that view is going to be taken away. Like I say, I'm old school. Some people like views. Some people might be different. Think, well, it has to happen. Unfortunately, this is what happens with modernised buildings. They're all going up everywhere. But really, the only view that you're going to get is probably from a proper clear view. At the moment, would be from Leazes Parkway, coming in from there. Which, don't get me wrong, it's a beautiful view. But let me know what you think on it. Where it currently is now. I know we've done this a couple of times in the last couple of years, but where it is right now, the back out. Building work is happening, but more importantly, what do you reckon of Shearer's Bar? Brilliant that it's coming back. Absolutely fantastic that it's back. Right, smash that like. Come on, help it out. Come on, smash it. Thank you very much. We've got loads of videos this week, tons of videos. We've got a former goalkeeper coming on tomorrow night, or today, depending on when you're watching this. So stay tuned for that, and we've obviously got another game coming up, which I'll be at Goodison as well, so stay tuned for that. But love you and leave you. See you later, everyone. Ta-da.